All right, welcome to my live stream. Trying to check to see if this text-to-speech program is working here. And let's roll. All right, just up on the Ohio Turnpike right now, Interstate 80, heading westbound on my way to middle of Iowa for a Monday delivery. So I've got plenty of time between today and tomorrow to drive there. So figured I'd jump on, do a live stream. Been a while since I've been on here. Missed everybody, missed doing these. They are a bit stressful, so. How's everyone doing out there today?
Over speed limit.
Yep.
Now merge onto the highway. Follow the highway.
Well, it's definitely orange barrel season on the Ohio Turnpike again. I was just through here recently. Oh man, there must be 15, 20 different separate construction zones. So that time of the year again. No, right, does not appear that my text-to-speech program is working, so I'll have to look into that. Well, that's lovely. Right in front of that truck. Well, I'm not going to get behind this little pickup truck. If he just pulled out in front of a truck like that, he's probably going to smash his brakes on to get back over at some point. So. And another construction zone. Yay. Alright, so my text-to-speech program is apparently not working, so the next service plaza that's up here, I'll get pulled off and try to get that fixed. I'm unable to read comments going down the highway, so I usually try to have them play through the truck speakers, but I did something wrong, but I will get it fixed as soon as I can. It's kind of cool to be driving down the highway, being able to have conversations with people halfway across the world, so try to get that up and running here in probably under 10-15 minutes or so. Well, looks like 5 more miles of this construction here in this particular zone anyways. If you're just joining in, welcome to my live stream. Going to be running this for maybe 60 to 90 minutes today. The next service plaza I'll get pulled off, try to fix this text-to-speech program, respond to all the comments that were made prior at that point. Apologize for the technical difficulties here. It's been a while since I've done one of these, so I apparently don't remember how to link these programs up. So if you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button. I'm going to try to do these live streams a couple days a week, probably Saturdays and Sundays. It's a little quieter on the highways at that point. My schedule's a little more laid back over the weekends usually, so well, I'm up near Cleveland right now on the Ohio Turnpike, so looks like a plane coming in for a landing there. I hope. So, near Cleveland on the Ohio Turnpike, heading to Iowa for delivery on Monday. So, going to be a couple laid back, easy days. I'm going to be hanging out in Northwest Indiana later on this afternoon. So, it's been a while since I find places along the way all over the country that I frequent. So I got a regular spot up there. I haven't seen my friends up there in a while, so looking forward to hopefully running into a bunch of them later on this afternoon. Three more miles of this 50-mile-an-hour zone. And we only have 12 or 13 more construction zones over the next 150 some miles. Which I don't know why they have so many construction zones, because there's never anybody out here doing anything. I mean, I know it's the weekend, but I don't know. I think sometimes they just set these things up for show. All right, let's get that speed limit back up to 70 here. Let's go. So I am a company driver. This is not my truck, not my trailer. So my speed is governed at 70 miles an hour, which is actually pretty good. A lot of trucks are governed at 65. Some are even governed at 62, 63 miles an hour at some companies. So pretty fortunate to have a 70 mile an hour truck. It's about the only good thing about the company I work for. So power is ridiculous. Sometimes I do have a lot of weight on right now in my trailer, so it can easily take me 3 to 4 minutes just to get up to highway speeds with the power settings on this. I was talking to one of my shop guys about it, and he said it's more to do with the automatic transmission in this. So just about all the trucks, new trucks nowadays, all come with automatics. If you want a standard transmission truck, you pretty much have to special order it on like a Freightliner Cascadia and a lot of these mass-produced trucks that they put out. So, but you'd special order a manual and pay extra for it. So, now got state patrol on the shoulder here. Go ahead and change lanes. So even if that's just a car broke down on the shoulder there, most truck drivers usually try to move over in a lane. There's a number of different reasons for that. First off, to keep the person on the shoulder safe, more safe. But it's also the traffic that's behind me. Can't see what's up ahead because of my trailer, especially if they're riding really close to me. It opens up a good sight vision for them, and it's just a good thing to do. More important for trucks to do it than cars. But if you're driving a car and somebody's on the shoulder and you can safely change lanes, it's definitely a good idea to do so. So as soon as there's another service plaza, I'll get pulled off, try to get this text-to-speech program working. So it really is a lot of fun to chat with you guys going down the highway. So but no idea when that service plaza is going to pop up here. So All right, looks like the next service plaza is in about 7 miles, so I'll get pulled off at that point, try to get this text-to-speech thing running here. So if you're just joining in, I'm currently on the Ohio Turnpike, heading Interstate 80 westbound, Iowa bound right now, so I'm going to stop off for the day up in Northwest Indiana. My day started today about 5 a.m. Had to drive up from Columbus to Massillon, make a pickup. So right now I'm on day 13. Yeah, day 13 in a row on my schedule right now. I am an over-the-road driver, so I do not like to take days off when I'm out here driving. My longest streak so far this year was 45 days in a row, driving at least some hours, working a recap on my logbook. So I'll talk about the ELDs, the electronic logging devices, logbooks, recaps in a future live stream. But the basics of it are I'm allowed to work 70 hours in an 8-day period. I'm allowed to drive 11 hours a day in a 14-hour period in that day. And then on day 9 of that schedule, I get hours back. I guess I'm talking about it now instead of the future one, but I'll go in more detail. Today, I really want to get into the technology that's in these trucks. So they got some pretty cool things in here. Some of them a lot of people might not know about. So as soon as I get pulled off and try to get that text-to-speech thing fired up, I'll start talking about what these new trucks have in them. So, for instance, one of the things we have in a truck is forward radar. So right now, this Schneider truck in front of me is going 64 miles an hour. I want to get in the lane over here, but this car wants to slow down alongside of me here. There you go. Get out of the way. Thank you very much. So if you notice trucks getting over a lot farther away, like I just did now, there was so much distance in between, there's a reason for that. The next truck I go to pass, I'll show you what that reason is. But basically that radar that told me that truck was going 64 miles an hour, it's also telling me how many feet are in between me and that truck. So once you get in, it's like a following distance, a distance warning, that sound that'll go off. So most companies are monitoring all of that stuff. So if you're too close following distance and you start hearing that warning sound going off, then you do it enough times, you're gonna get in trouble from your safety department. So a lot of companies run AI programs through the cameras. So there's a forward-facing camera in this truck, and there's a lot of data that gets fed to that camera. It's tied right into the tracker computer, and they have programs that keep track of like a score. You get like a point score every week, so they know which drivers are following too closely too much, going over speed too much. Like stop signs, you'll see a lot more semi trucks stopping at stop signs completely now, because if you don't, it flags it with that camera, that forward-facing camera, feeds it through the data, so they can tabulate a score on how many stop signs I run in a day. everything is so micromanaged. It just makes me sick for the most part. So I just got a verbal warning a couple weeks ago for overspeed and following too close. So they say it's coaching, you know, all this technology to, you know, so they can catch it before it turns into a crash. And I get it for the most part, but you know, it's not, it's mainly the control. Make decisions for you. Very few decisions I get to make on my own out here now. Even when I buy fuel. Like I used to be able to go to any Love's or any Pilot whenever I wanted to get some fuel. Now they handpick this specific Love's or this specific Pilot. Trucking is so much different now than what it was 10 years ago. Alright, I'm going to get pulled off into the service plaza here. See if I can get this text-to-speech up and running here.
After half a mile, merge onto the highway. After a quarter of a mile, merge onto the highway.
All right, let's see if I can get this program figured out here. Yes, I am in the U.S. right now. Worst highway I've seen. There's a lot of them. Probably the worst highway I've ever driven, which was absolutely by mistake, would be Tail of the Dragon. You can look that up. That is an actual thing down in Tennessee there. It's like a 54 mile stretch, and there was like 180, or maybe not 180, there's like 120 180 degree curves and turns around mountains. Absolutely treacherous. It says not a recommended highway for trucks, and it should say no trucks period, but I took it by accident. Once you get on it, there's no turning around for that 54 miles. Like a half a mile in, I was going up like a 13% grade, which it was a hill so steep and I thought my truck was going to flip over backwards down the hill. I mean, absolutely ridiculous. It took me, I think, about 3 hours to go that 54 miles. Treacherous, dangerous, stressful. You'll see a lot of trucks flipped over, a lot of YouTube videos and pictures of trucks that have taken it and not made it through there. And yeah, so that's probably the worst highway I've driven, but I see a lot of bad highways along the way. So, all right, let me see if I can get this text-to-speech thing figured out here. All right. Okay. Click on mute. Oh, dang it. Why is this not working? Can't get to the control panel for some reason here. Well, I don't know how to get to the control panel here.
What's price?
Hello, hello. How y'all doing today? I am pulled off right now trying to get this text-to-speech program up and running, so if you can bear with me for a couple moments. Not sure why I can't get to the control panel on this thing, but it's really ticking me off right now. Maybe if I go to the actual web page here. Desktop site. Let's try that. Nope, that didn't work either. All right, still can't figure this out. Can't get to the control panel for some reason. Ay, ay, ay. All right, well, I'm not able to get the text-to-speech program up and running here, so I'm going to have to look into that. Hopefully I'll have it up and running for tomorrow, so I got to get back on the road. So I'm not going to be able to communicate with and respond to your comments or anything because I can't get that text-to-speech up and running, so I apologize for that. You're just going to have to listen to me aimlessly chat. So if you're just joining in, I'm up on the Ohio Turnpike right now, Interstate 80, heading westbound, on my way to Iowa for a Monday morning delivery. I'm gonna head up to Northwest Indiana, end my shift somewhere around there. So before I stop to try to get that text-to-speech to work, I was mentioning about some of the technology these trucks have in them nowadays. First and foremost, just about all company trucks, especially for major carriers, have a camera, a forward-facing camera that sees out the window into traffic. Some companies have forward-facing and driver-facing cameras, and then some companies monitor audio from inside the truck. So they have forward-facing, driver-facing, and microphones in the trucks. I've driven all of the above. Currently only have a forward-facing camera in this truck, which is pretty good. I think Illinois has some kind of law against biometric data and collection, and all these cameras, like the or driver-facing cameras, that have motion detection in it. So if I grab for a coffee, it'll set the camera off. If my eyes leave the road, it sets the camera off. It sends a message to like a safety department office. Somebody's watching that video and knowing you're taking your eyes off the road, reaching for some cigarettes, for a coffee, for a cell phone. I mean, full-blown New World Order in these trucks nowadays, for sure. Now those cameras are also hardwired into the tractor's computer. It monitors speed, stop signs. Even if you're going around a bend too fast, it'll set off an alarm, a warning. Overspeeds are, like, my overspeed is 5 miles an hour. If I go more than 5 miles over the speed limit, it sends an alert to my office, sends a video to my safety people, and if it happens enough, you're going to get written up, you're going to hear about it, you're going to get some coaching, they call it. And they also have programs, software, that keeps track of like an overall like driver score. Like every driver has like a score. You're either in the good side of that score and the bad side of that score. So, and that's how these companies track how good or bad their drivers are. You know, Swift has 20,000, 30,000 drivers. I mean, who do they know who they're hiring and this and that? So, you know, it's a way for them to micromanage and control and keep an eye on, you know, pretty much strangers that they hire to drive their trucks. So some of the other technology that these trucks have is I have radar. Some trucks just have forward-facing radar. Other trucks have rear-facing radar, so I can see how fast the car is going behind me. When I'm in certain range of my radar, it'll pick up and tell me how fast and what speed the vehicle in front of me is going, and it'll measure the distance in feet in between me and the vehicle in front of me, and then it will set off an alarm or a warning if I get too close to that vehicle. So I'll try to set some of these off. It also has lane departure warning, so if I go left over that zipper or right over that fog line, it'll set a sound off. So when I'm not in a construction zone, I'll go ahead and set that alarm off as well. Then there's also collision warning and mitigation systems in these trucks, where if traffic is completely stopped in front of me and I don't see it, I don't catch on to it, instead of plowing into that traffic at 70 miles an hour, the truck's computer will automatically apply the brakes, take over, and apply the brakes for me. So now it also picks up a lot of stuff that's not there, you know, like ghost. Picks up ghosts essentially, you know, like it goes beep 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 beep, and that means it's getting ready to put the brakes on. It'll just do it out of nowhere. You go under a bridge, it might set it off. Yeah, so when it locks those brakes up, it's some scary shit. Be prepared to break some ribs or a collarbone. So I do apologize. My text-to-speech program, I cannot figure out how to get it set up. I'm having some technical difficulties with that. I did just pull off and try to get it going. Was not able to get it linked up. Not sure what the issue is, but before I do another live stream, I will get that fixed, because I'm not able to read your comments going down the highway. I really like to be able to chat with y'all. If you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button. I'm going to try to do another live stream tomorrow. I think this is the third construction zone in the last, 25 miles or so since I've been on this live stream. I think I got about 10 more construction zones before I reach the Indiana state line. So, orange barrel season on the Ohio Turnpike. Don't think I've seen a single worker out here yet, so. All right, finally out of the construction zone. Get my speed back up here. Looks like I'm having some troubles with the signal here. If it cuts out and ends the stream, I do apologize. Hopefully it won't. But my name's Johnny Dangerously. Welcome to my live stream. This is the first one I've done in quite a while. Trying to get back into spending some time on YouTube here. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. I'm going to be putting some short videos and some regular videos up. Project I'm working on for the fall is I want to try to do like a daily 3 to 4 minute video that covers essentially my whole entire workday from start to finish, where I start, where I end up at, what I'm picking up, where I'm picking up. And so I'm waiting to get some more cameras in for that. I'll be running anywhere from 5 to 8 cameras at a time when I start doing that. Figure out some processes on how to edit that stuff quickly and download, transfer. Pretty much a one-man team when it comes to that, but make sure you hit that subscribe button. Hopefully, I hope to do a couple test ones in a month or two to see what it's like, get some processes hammered out, and then hopefully start putting them up every day, maybe from around September-ish or so, but we'll see how that goes. I'm currently on the Ohio Turnpike, Interstate 80, heading westbound right now. On my way to Iowa for a Monday delivery. Probably gonna run this stream for another 30 or 40 minutes today. 30 or 40 minutes today. I usually have a text-to-speech program hooked up so I can hear your comments through my speakers, but I was having some technical difficulties and was not able to get that operational on this stream. All right, another lovely construction zone here. Currently I'm on Interstate 80 heading westbound on the Ohio Turnpike, heading to Iowa for a Monday morning delivery, so it should be a pretty laid back, easy going weekend for me here, which usually means not enough money, so and this is maybe the 4th or 5th construction zone so far since I've been running this live stream, and probably about 50 miles or so I've covered. I think I got about 7 or 8 more construction zones before we hit the Indiana state line, so yeah, fun stuff. Orange barrel season again. So I usually have a text-to-speech program running so I can hear your comments through my truck speakers, and had some technical difficulties with it. Was not able to get it set up for this stream. I did pull off and try to finagle with it a bit, and did not have any success. So I'm going to try to do another live stream tomorrow, maybe a couple different live streams tomorrow. Hopefully I'll have that up and running so I can communicate with everyone. Going down the highway here. Oh, look at that. Nice short construction zone. Nice. Let's get back up to speed here. My truck is governed at 70 miles an hour, so the fastest truck I've ever had was my own rock truck. The company I leased with made you govern it at 75 or lower, so of course I had it set at 75 miles an hour on that one. A lot of trucks, I'd say the majority of the trucks, company trucks on the highway, are set at about 65 miles an hour governed, so there's even some that are only governed at 62, 63 miles an hour. And I remember about at least 10 years ago, maybe even more recent than that, Prime, the company Prime, their trucks were governed at 57 miles an hour. Could you imagine being in a 70 mile an hour speed limit and only being able to go 57 miles an hour? Pretty frustrating. So I was talking a little bit earlier about some of the technology trucks. So I do have forward-facing radar that also measures the distance between me and the vehicle in front of me when I'm in range. I'll tell you how fast this vehicle's going here. As soon as there it is, 76 miles an hour. Right now I'm 135 feet behind it. Now I'm 167 feet behind it. So this radar also works if I'm closing the car fast. It'll put out an audible warning. I think that RV in front of the car that's in front of me is going slower than me. So I'll let you hear that audio sound before I pass them. So I also have a lane departure warning. If I go left of that zipper to my left or right on that fog line, as a matter of fact, here, I'll go ahead and hit it. You can hear it. Well, apparently it's not working. All right, so I'll be picking the distance up on this RV. I'll tell you how fast he's going. I'm currently going 70 miles an hour. I'll let you hear the distance warning sound the truck makes when I don't have enough following distance. That RV in front of me is currently going 66 miles per hour, 65 miles an hour now. I'm 584 feet away from him right now. 495 feet. So the audio sound will be happening, let's see, I'm at 420 feet now. So I take a few more seconds for the audible warning to go off. Also have a car coming around on the right. Let him go around first before I change lanes. Alright, 325 feet. And as soon as I get under 300 feet, it'll start beeping. Well, should have been beeping. It's not. I don't know what's going on. There it is. So if you see trucks changing lanes to pass with what looks like a lot of distance in between them and the vehicle in front of them, it's mainly because anytime this audible warning goes off, it flags it for my safety department and keeps tabs on how many times that happens in whatever amount of time. So a lot of companies run programs that keep track of safety scores for, I mean, these cameras in these trucks will pick up stop signs. If I don't come to an absolute full and complete stop sign, you know, it flags it. Over speed, it flags it. Following distance, it flags it. Everything is super micromanaged nowadays. All right, another construction zone. I think that's number 6, 5 or 6. Since I've been on here. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna hit that service plaza. The right lane's gonna end here. Change lanes. Well, maybe I'll go one more service plaza before I end this live stream here. Cannot get the speech to text program to work, so it sucks. I really like being able to chat going down the highway. All right, we'll go one more service plaza and then we'll wrap the live stream up. Point getting over now. There's the distance warning going off. Increased following distance here. Truck in front of me is going 64 miles an hour right now. I got mine set at 62. My overspeed is only 5 miles an hour at the company I work for, so. All right, let's get back up to speed here. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. I have a bunch of short videos going to be uploading here over the next week or two, along with new footage as it comes in. All right, guy in front of me still only going 64. There he goes. He's gonna change lanes now. I'll stay in this lane to pass him, and then I'll get over. Another construction zone coming up here. Oh, boy, oh boy. All right, let's get back up to speed. Well, got a car to my right, so I can't change lanes here. Got plenty of room off to the right there anyways. All right, that's going to be my cue there to wrap it up in about 7 miles here. Once again, I apologize for not having any text-to-speech program up and running. Not sure what's going on with that. Hopefully I'll have it figured out by tomorrow. Hope to do another one, hopefully pretty early in the morning, 5 to 6 a.m.-ish or so. Depends on how late of a night I have tonight. Currently, Interstate 80, Ohio Turnpike, heading westbound right now. On my way to the middle of Iowa for a Monday morning delivery. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. That sound you just heard was a lane departure warning. See if it'll do it again. Yeah, so if you go left or right across the line, that's the sound it makes to let you know you're not in the center of the lane anymore. We were talking about the technology on these new trucks earlier. So, car in front of me going 78 miles an hour right now. I have forward-facing radar. I'm 390 feet away from them. Well, 430 feet right now. All kinds of cool technology on these trucks nowadays. Some of it I like, some of it I don't. But hey, I want to thank you for joining in and checking out my live stream. I should be back on. I might be on to do 2 of them tomorrow. I'm not sure. So I'm going to park just short of Chicago tonight. So when I get started tomorrow, I'm hoping to run it and drive through Chicago with y'all. All right, I'm going to go ahead and hit this service plaza here and wrap up this live stream. If by chance I'm able to get the text-to-speech program working, I'm going to play around with it for a few minutes after I end the live stream. If I get it figured out, I'll come back on and do another hour today. If not, I hope to have it figured out by early tomorrow morning and do another one around 5 or 6 a.m. So please make sure you hit that subscribe button.
onto the highway.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for joining in.